Faustcast.
Witch's Kitchen. I find this magic mongery abhorrent. And am I to be cured, you warrant, in this hotchpotch of lunacy? Do I seek counsel from some squirted quack? Will this absurd swill cookery charm 30 winters off my back? If that's your best, then woe is me. My hopes already seem confounded. Might there not be some balm, some remedy by nature, or a noble mind compounded? Ah, the know-it-all is always, look! True, nature's way to youth is after. However, that comes in a different book, and it's a curious chapter. I want to know it. Oh, very well. It comes your way without physician, gold, or magic rigging. Go out in the fields today, fall to a hoeing, digging, contain yourself, your mind and mood, within the narrowest of spheres, subsist on uncommingled food, live as a beast and with beast, and spurn not chores unsung. In person spread your crop fields with manure. This is the best resource, you may be sure, through 80 years to stay forever young. I'm not used to that. It goes against my marrow to put my hand to hoe or harrow. A narrow life would not suit me at all. So back to witching after all. What need have we of that old bat? Why cannot you yourself concoct it? Ha! I can just see myself at that. 1,000 bridges I could have constructed. Meanwhile, not merely craft and art, patience is needed for the bard. It takes a quiet sprite a year or longer. It's time that makes the subtle ferment stronger. And what all goes into the brew? Power of wonderful things, you take it from me. The devil taught it, true, and yet the devil cannot make it. Ah, look, is that not a graceful clan? This is the maid, this the serving man. It seems the lady is not about.
Gone out, get about, up the chimney spout.
Does she stay out long when she gads?
As long as it takes to warm our pads.
The dainty darlings, aren't they striking? Then quite the worst taste, I find. Pff, why, chat like this is just the kind that is most truly to my liking. Tell me, confounded puppet troop, what do you stir that porridge for?
We're cooking up the broad berry soup.
You'll have a crowd to forage for.
Come, sir, be nice and throw the dice. Things have been vile, sir. We'd me a pile, sir. And rich in pins, frankincense.
How happy would the monkey be, could he too play the lottery?
The ball, rise and fall, roll forward wide, like glass and pitch to the break. As soon it's hollow inside, here gleams fair, more brightly there. I am alive, son, use your wits, stay clear of it. Death is in the matter, it's plain. From the pit, it may shatter.
What's the sieve?
Were you a thief? I knew it, and proclaim. Look through the sieve, you see the thief, yet may not tell his name.
In this pot?
The silly spot knows not the pot, knows not the kettle.
Ill-mannered clod.
We here take this rod, and sit in the settle.
What do I see? A form from heaven above appears to me within this magic mirror. Lend me the swiftest of your wings, O love, and lead me nearer to her, nearer. Alas, when I fail to keep my distance and venture closer up to gaze, I see her image dimmed through a haze. The loveliest woman in existence! Can earthly beauty so amaze? What lies there in recumbent grace and listens must be quintessence of all heaven's rays. Or could it, like on earth, be found? You know, a god can't strain 6 days, my friend, and vote himself a bravo at the end, unless the job was pretty sound. This one's keep gazing at your leisure. I may just snuff you out a peach like this. Unlucky he whom fate allots the pleasure to lodge her at his hearth in wedded bliss. Here is my scepter, this my royal seat. Now for a crown, and I'll be all complete.
Please speech so good, with sweat and blood, this crown to glue. Oh, there, that's done it. We rhyme and pun it, we hark and view.
Alas, my mind becomes disjoint. By now this fairly has my own head spinning.
If happily point is joint to point, with luck its meaning.
A blaze is kindled in my bosom. Let us escape from here and flee. At least we've seen in microcosm the true workings of poesy.
Infernal sound!
confounded slouch, forget the kettle and cinch my pouch! A curse on you! And who's new? Who are you two strangers rude, come to intrude? A fiery splash at you, trash!
Into, there goes the stew, there goes the glass. Just fun, my lass. To your tune, Val Shrew, a gay tattoo. You recognize me? Bag of bones, vile trash. You know me now, your lord and master. What odds I lay about and smash Hellcat and Cattery in joint disaster. When did the scarlet doublet fall from grace? The cotton feather hard to recognize. Did I perhaps conceal my face? You need my name to know my guise?
Oh, my rudeness, sir, deserves reproof. I miss for one the cloven hoof, and your two ravens for another.
Ah, for this time I will let you off. It's been some little time now, true enough, since last we ran into each other. Civilization glossing all we know is rubbed off on the devil too. That Nordic spook has nowadays been banished, those talons, horns, and tail all vanished. As for the foot I cannot be without, it would impair my social chances. So, for some years I have eked it out, like many young men with false uppertenses.
Oh, my senses reel with joy and fear to see young Squire Satan here.
That name's forbidden, hag, you hear?
Why of a sudden is it bad?
It's been consigned to storybooks for youngsters. Mind you, men are no better off for that. The fiend is gone, the fiends are still among us. Call me Sir Knight, the rest we can forego. I am a gentleman like other gentry. My noble blood is not in doubt, I know. Look, here's the coat of arms that gives me entry.
Oh, that's your former vogue. You are as you have ever been, a rogue.
Friend, mark it well for your own sake. With witches, that's the tone to take.
And now tell me, sirs, what brought you here?
A good glass of a well-known elixir, but I would have the oldest vintage. Its strength increases year by year.
A pleasure. Here's a flagon from my shelf, from which I like to steal the nip myself. What's more, it has completely lost its stink. I'll let you have a sample of its power. But if this man unprimed should take a drink, you know it well, he won't live out the hour.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He'll come out whole. He's welcome to the finest of your kitchen. Now draw your circle, do your witching. Let's have him a bowl.
Over there and over here.
No, tell me what is here intended. This mummery, this gesturing demented. I've seen preposterous low-grade mime enough to gag on in my time. No stuff, you don't know what a joke is. Come, don't be such a solemn stick. She must work up some doctor's hocus-pocus, or else the juice might make you sick.
Now mind me, son, make 10 of 1, with 2 have done, make even 3, and rich you'll be. Let 4 go free, the 5 and 6 contrive and hex to 7 and 8, that does the trick, and 9 is 1, and 10 is none, and there's your witch's arithmetic.
I think the crone speaks in a fever fit. You haven't heard the half of it. I know the tenor of that kind of fiction. You've lost much time exploring it for rules. You see, a perfect contradiction is equally occult to sages as to fools. My friend, this art is new and old. It has at all times been the custom, by 3 in 1 and 1 threefold, to propagate not truth but fustian. That's how they teach and prattle undisturbed. Who wants to argue color with the blinded? For people, by and large, just given a word, believe their needs must be some sense behind it.
The potent core of nature lore from all that seek it shrinking. Who's never thought finds it unsought, possesses it unthinking.
What babble does she mouth before us? I am about to lose my mind. She sounds to me just like a chorus of 100,000 fools combined. Enough, O excellent Sybil. Say no more. Bring up your elixir and quickly pour the bowl brim full. He'll drain it to the lees. My friend here will withstand it well enough. He's a man of multiple degrees who's down some strong libations in his puff. Well, down with it, no excuse. Soon you'll have your heart's desire, as thick as you are with the deuce. Why fuss about a lick of fire? Out with a will, no time to lose.
I hope my draught will soothe your vitals.
As for a favor in return, just choose. An Walpurgis knight will have requitals.
Here's a song to sing, and when you do, you will perceive an added virtue.
Quick, for a walk now, let me urge you. You must work up a sweat to purge you, so that the power may permeate through and through. Later I'll teach you noble sloth's employment, and soon you'll feel the exquisite enjoyment young Cupid stir and skip about in you. Oh, just one more glance before into that mirror. That beauty was so fair, so fresh. No, no, that paragon of women, sir, shall soon confront you in the flesh. No fear, with this behind your shirt, you'll soon see Helen of Troy in every skirt. Faust. Street. My fair young lady, may I make free to offer you my arm and company?
I'm neither fair nor lady. Pray, can unescorted find my way?
God, what a lovely child. I swear I've never seen the like of her. She is so dutiful and pure, yet not without a pert allure. Her rosy lip, her cheek aglow, I shall never forget. I know. Her glance's timid downward dart is graven deeply in my heart. But how she was so smart with me, that was consummate ecstasy. No. Hey, get me that young wench, for certain. Which one? The one that just walked past. Her? I just happened by the curtain at her confession. She's just been pronounced absolved of any sin. She's a right innocent young lass, who brought mere nothings to confess. On her I have no hold at all. She's over 14 after all. You're like a loose Lothario who thinks that all dear blossoms blow for him. Can see no honest name for favor that is not fair game. Does not always work, I fear. Your pious worship, spare my ear for your wise proprieties and charters. Let me be plain, and hear me right. Unless I have that sweet delight nesting in my embrace tonight, the selfsame midnight hour will part us. Come, think what can be and what can't. A fortnight even will be scant to spy out the chances, scheme ahead. If I were granted 7 hours, I should not need the devil's powers to lure their fledgling to my bed. That sounded like a Frenchman's boast. Don't wolf your pleasures like a glutton who would gulp down quail like mutton. This thing is half the treat at most, unless you knead by guile and art, and flummery of every sort, your sweetmeat to the proper turn, as from the Gallic tales we learn. My appetite is keen enough. Once and for all, a laugh's a laugh, but you just cannot have it your way without that young cherub in a day. Assault head-on will net us bruises. We must bethink ourselves of ruses. Oh, get me something of hers for keeps. Lead me to where my angel sleeps. Bring me a bosom cloth, a garter, some token of for my love to barter. To show you how I strive and strain to serve and soothe your amorous pain, I will not waste another minute. I know her room, tonight she shall be in it. And I shall see her, have her. No, she will be at a neighbor's, though. Meanwhile, you'd be alone, and so, sensing delight to come, you may at will of her ethereal aura breathe your fill. Can we go now? No, it is early yet. I need a gift for her. You see to that. Well, he'll go far. My gift right off, no loitering. I know no end of likely spots, sequestered treasure-bearing plots. I'll do a little reconnoitering.